What nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Shimatsu no Valkyrie, aka Record of Ragnarok chapter 105. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked summer anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Witch Watch, Gachi Yakuta, Togenanki, Takabi's Original Sin. Those two we're covering today. As well as the second seasons of A Couple of Cuckoos by Dress Up Darling and Dan to Dan. And there's even more on the way, including Record of Ragnarok. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, okay, so the recap is actually right in this chapter, courtesy of Jack the Ripper. So let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us this month. The gentleman calmly begins his tale, and this chapter is titled 7.49. It truly was a devilish plot. For that Sir Loki to be using a clone from the very beginning. That was fucking epic though, let's be real. I dare say that even I hadn't noticed it at all. I couldn't even tell with these eyes. Dude, the fact that Jack couldn't tell is just crazy. Had it been a copy in appearance only, then my eyes would never have been deceived. But that clone created with this Vedrung technique, that was a copy that contained even the color of the original. Wow, what a terrifying technique. Even I was helpless against it. However, what truly shook my heart to the core was what happened after. Schemes stacked upon schemes, and the intersecting of love and resolve. Even as I think back on it now, my hairs stand on end. Yes, those 7.49 seconds became the stuff of legends. Perhaps that exact interweaving of humanity and God is the highest form of art. Ooh. Okay, so this is all taking place within 7.49 seconds. Oh my God. All right, let's get into this. The clock is starting. Ooh. You bought it so much for being death. Only you can hit the vitals so accurately. Only because it's you will my trick come to completion. 5 seconds. Alright, here we go. The trick that Loki had devised to kill Shimahaya was as follows. After his Vedrung was killed and everybody was certain that Loki was dead, Loki's first move was to clad himself within the body of a Hercules copy. He then launched an attack. However, faced with a surprise attack, a sniper like Shimahaya would certainly still pierce his vitals in one shot without any delay. However, whether it was the heart or the brain, Loki's vitals were not in the same place as Heracles. Loki also knew that if the bullet was off by even millimeters, it would spell death for him. This trick was only possible because of the faith Loki had in Shimahaya's skills. And dude, that jokerness, the jokerness of that panel was everything. And there was yet another fake. At the same time, Loki created Heracles' body for himself. He released his haze underground, woo, to be on call in a place where Shimahaya couldn't detect them. And they were the Loki and Thor copies that suddenly appeared behind Shimahaya. And Loki's plot continued thusly. Dude, Loki, what the fuck? This is genius. This is. As the two copies closed in on Shimahaya, near certain of their imminent victory, Shimahaya would turn about and fire once again, and it would be in that moment that the real Loki, still hidden within Heracles' body, would fly out. Oh, and finish him! What? Whoa, holy shit! Loki firmly believed that this fierce battle would give birth to the greatest trick of his life. 1.24 seconds. I'll admit it, you're the strongest I've ever fought until now, but new Hammer Aga, oh, now you're mine. I won't be the one to die here. It's you. Now turn around, 3.35 seconds. Oh shit, what the, oh, why is he still aiming at me? That damn human, he's going to shoot Heracles' corpse again? Didn't he notice that Loki's behind him? Did he notice that I'm the real one? Oh shit! So 4.58 seconds, let's go. How can he tell in this situation? What'd I miss? Hyma, Pancreas, Reader's Vow, wait, it's Amale. I will never mistake the pain of taking a life. Ooh, 5 minutes, 5.68 seconds. All right, this monster, 5.83 seconds. And and Rufa, but 6.28 seconds. I could go even further. Die! Woo! 7.45 seconds. Sniping against the gods. Ukamvasara, Afterglow of the Heavens. Okay, so basically the Ukamvasara is a magic weapon. Is a magic weapon used by the Finnish thunder god Ukko, similar to the Moglair. It literally means hammer of Ukko. In Finnish mythology, Ukko uses the hammer to create lightning. Dude! 7.47 seconds. 7.48 seconds. Dude! Loki's what? Hild, that time you smiled at me, and every time since then, I really was just so happy. Thank you. I have always wanted to tell you, Hild. Whoa, what? I love you. 7.49 seconds. On that day, Simohaya, the greatest sniper in all of human history, had his kill count renew. 543. Damn, along with the pain that pierced his heart. Ragnarok round 11. The winner is humanity's greatest sniper, Simohaya. Holy shit! As the cloud fades away, the hearts of everyone watching are in disarray. Oh my god, so this fight was 8 minutes and 43 seconds. Holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Dude, Loki underestimated the power of the human spirit, that's for sure, but holy shit. And also, I love that Broda is here too, but holy shit, did anyone see this coming? Oh my god. I thought Loki was going to be the one to defeat him in 7.49 seconds, but yo, what the hell? That was awesome. Holy shit. Oh my god. But now the real question is, what I say in terms of the ranking of this fight, this fight was good, but it wasn't as good as I said before, like the Broda fight or the Okita fight. Those two fights are just like peak. It's gonna be hard to top those two. This one, I don't think it did. I don't. What I say, like, I would kind of say this is in the same caliber in terms of like the fight wise. It's like in that same caliber as the Tesla and Beelzebub fight. But I think that I wasn't as invested in Simohaya as like Beelzebub or Tesla. So that's why I'm gonna say like this is probably like lower than that fight specifically. Yeah, that's gonna be what it is. I would say, yeah, I'd say this one is lower than that one because that fight was really good. And why I like that fight, one, Tesla was fucking epic as hell. I love Tesla as a character, and obviously Beelzebub's story was freaking epic. Here, like for me, in terms of like story and investment and whatnot, I was more invested in Loki's story than Simohaya's story, and that's because Simohaya's personality was very meh. But I understand why it was this cold, but like. It was kind of like Simohaya was kind of trying to be the Beelzebub, in my opinion anyway, the Beelzebub of the situation in terms of like his personality. But Beelzebub has more going for him. especially Beelzebub is how you do write like a cold personality like this, like what what they were trying to do for Simahaya. So that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, this is definitely lower than that fight for sure, and I'm not gonna say it's not just because of my bias. I think it was just better written. The Apollo fight. When I say this is better than the Apollo fight, though, I don't. The reason why it's hard for me to even say that this is better than the Apollo fight is because there was that connection between the two. And also, in a way, there is a connection between Beelzebub and Tesla because of their pursuit of knowledge. And obviously what we had in the Apollo fight, that was definitely, those were definitely connected. The Akita fight was just, it was so good. The connection between the two, Susanoo and Akita, was just amazing. It felt like there was purpose there. Here, though, I don't know, just something is missing. It is. I don't have, like, that same, like, attachment to Simahaya that I do to Beelzebub. Because if we had, like, something if Simahaya was a little bit, was more, like, similar, I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like there's something missing, if that makes sense. But I'm very curious what you guys think in terms of the fights. Where do you guys think this ranks? I think it definitely, I still am going to go with my gut and say the Tesla fight is better than this one. Even though Loki's story was everything. This is why it's like hard, because I'm like, yeah, Loki's story like really was good. But it just, I don't know. I just wasn't as invested in Simahaya as I was in my comparison to the Beelzebub fight, as I was with Beelzebub. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys thought of this fight. The ending of this fight was epic. Like, it was epic, but it wasn't like how like art-wise, it wasn't as epic as, like, say Okita or Broda's fight. Those like that final chapter for Akita's fight against Susanoo, like, that kicked off the third modern manga renaissance movement. So but writing wise, this was everything. But art wise, it just didn't live up to what we saw in the previous fight. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys thought of this chapter, especially in terms of the finale to this fight. And where do you guys rank this amongst the fights we've seen in Record of Ragnarok? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kick in so we can keep bringing you more Record of Ragnarok content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!